Hey guys, Toaster back. Got an ace tanker for you today in the Type 64. We are on the map Serene Coast, and we have decided to go up to the corner and take control of the what is it, D1 area, because that area is very important to control. And so we're going to head up there and try and get some free shots. I do see that we've got some stuff in the middle. Some of the really fast tanks, the T50-2, the Chaffee, and the Cromwell B. And so I assume that I can get up here maybe and get a free shot or two. So that's what we're doing. We're going to shoot this guy up a little bit. Now, there are two Arties on each team, but we have yet to be spotted yet. So now we're spotted, but we're just going to continue to DPM this guy down. And the thing about this tank is it is a DPM monster, and it's got a pretty good gun on it, 128 pen. It's a 76 millimeter, and we're just going to back off for a second, because what I don't want to do is stick around and get artied. And also, I didn't have any help, so I wanted to kind of come up here and see if we could get some shots. There is an AMX there, and he misses his first shot, but we're going to go ahead and throw another shot into him, and now we've got like 3 tanks up here. So what we're continuing to do is just run back and forth so that Artie has a hard time hitting us. So the AMX 12T, as we do take our first Artie punishment, but they do miss. So again, we're not going to just stick up there and stay up there, because the problem with this map with 2 Arties is they are going to focus you, right? We've already picked up 800 damage and 200 assist, so we're doing pretty well. There's no reason to make a super push, but we're going to kind of push up here and see if we can get these guys to react. So a lot of this is about positioning and reaction. It looks like they do not have a lot up here, and I pushed up aggressively enough that in many cases these guys are afraid to push further. AMX, we do take an Artie shot somewhat, but the AMX basically is dead, and we're going to move on to this poor VK, right? He does not have the V range, and so we're going to wait until he turns. Unfortunately, we miss our shot, but we are using bushes here. So trying to find his lower plate, and we do, and we're able to take him out. So 1400 damage, 3 kills. We're happy with that so far, right? So this is a position you can take once you've won this side. You can get some free shots in a lot of cases. Again, I do not want to stay in a position too long and get artied, because this thing will take full pens with artie. So I'm trying to see if anyone's crossing. This middle is open, so I'm really trying to see if we're going to get anyone to cross. But we're able to hit the Cromwell, and then I think we take a poor shot on the Cromwell. So the velocity on this is not very high. It's let's see, this thing fires too fast. 800 meters a second, 990 with the gold rounds. So again, it's a close game. Our Brett Panther seems to be holding on over there. But what I don't really want to do is push into enemies like that 12T that could take a bunch of my hit points away. So I don't want to push. Pushing into their cap is kind of suicidal, because they can kind of surround you in one sense. So we don't want to deal with that. We'd rather deal with the heavies. And our Brett Panther is on low health. So yeah, we're just seeing if we can get shots here. But the nice thing is that all of those guys are reacting. The enemy is reacting to us being on cap. So I can kind of go into positions that I wouldn't normally use and take paths I wouldn't normally use because I'm not too concerned of whether or not, as we can't get a shot over there, but not too concerned about crossing areas that I would normally not cross. Because there's a couple of heavies over here, but for the most part, the guys are fighting for the cap. And we do have a couple of arties in support, so there's that. But this Brett Panther does not want to face this KV2, and I do not blame him. So we're going to just pop around the other side and try and get a shot on this guy. And we get an easy, clean shot on him. So 10 guys. There are, I think all of the tanks are spotted near their base, right? So there is an arty over in the corner, and we need to keep that in mind. This is going to get real interesting real fast because I got a bunch of bad guys in one location. So it's 10-10 right now. So, oh, there's the AMX-12T. We'll shoot him. So I'm shooting him on the move because I don't want to stop moving because I know there's an arty. So we're going to try and find that arty. And we do find him. Now, what I want to do is stay as low as possible. And that's exactly what we do. We stay nice and low. We're able to kill him off. And we do have a Brett Panther in support, but he is low health. So I anticipate that these guys are going to push me, right? Which would make sense. But I'm just trying to get a feel for their position. And there's the Jackson. Now, the good thing is I have 2 arties, and we've got some health left. So, unfortunately, the Brett Panther goes down, and it's me against 3 guys. And luckily, we're able to bait a shot into our tracks. Now, I am watching on the mini-map where all these guys are, because that SU-100 is super dangerous to me. He is quite dangerous. And we're able to hit that guy, and then we do a little kick turn as he misses, and we're able to pick him up. So, yeah, that SU-100 has a 400 Alpha gun, so if he had hit me and then someone else took the time to shoot at me, I was in trouble. Right, so when you're fighting multiple enemies, you want to get rid of the biggest threat, which to me was the Jackson, and then the T-78. Actually, I should have probably picked the T-78, but I picked the Jackson because the T-78 is faster. Non-turreted TDs are fairly easy to deal with in situations like that because you can always just get behind them, especially if you're fast. So I wasn't as concerned about him. I just didn't want him to hit me with the dangerous end of his tank. But at any rate, you want to kind of make sure that you're moving across people's guns, especially when you're talking about certain tanks like the Jackson that do not have very good turret rotation. So anyway, we're able to kind of pick it up, and we had a couple of artilleries with us. Had we not killed those guys, we probably would have lost the game because Artie is fairly defenseless. And they had 3 regular tanks, and we had 1. So 2,800 damage, 900 assists. Let's look at the after action on this. Okay, here we are at the after action. Ace Tanker, high caliber, and a Top Gun for our 7 kills, 2,800 damage, as we mentioned. And 1,649 base XP. That is getting up there. The Jackson did okay, as did this T-78. I did not realize those 2 are in a platoon, but they were. SU-100. So the tank destroyers did fairly well. It's the guys that kind of went middle and the guys that tried to take the hill that didn't do so hot. So 36 shots fired, 29 hits, 29 pens. So that's really good when you're firing and you're hitting every shot you hit, you pen. Of course, that's a top tier game for you too. We had no premium account, so we ended up with 42,000 credits, but we ended up with 3,800 experience for our crew. So really happy with that game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have questions about lower tier light tank play, let me know, and we'll go from there. Thanks again for watching. Tonester out.